Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of New Strength Sugar Babes. And we have the lovely Sonia, and she's from Melbourne, and she has 3 boys, all of whom are special needs. So she has quite a challenging, I guess you could call it challenging life. And I was actually just saying to Sonia, like, I'm really proud of her because, and look, I'll be honest, when you came into the program, I thought, she's not going to last. Like, she's not, because you've had so much conditioning of so many years of old beliefs around food, and I thought she's just not going to be able to, like, move past that. But you fucking proved me wrong. And, like, I actually said to Craig that I'm like, fucking look at Sonia. I said, she's like, look at the good position she's in now. She's eating lots of food. She's training. She doesn't do cardio anymore. She's completely, like, embraced everything and been consistent and done the work, and she's in a really good spot now. But anyway, I'll let you obviously tell the viewers about your background, because I think it's even more of a testament to you given your history, and it just shows that you really can be a product of your choices, not your circumstances, and you can shift, and you can change it. And you all the women out there who've got kids, you've got 3 kids with special needs. So, yeah. Like, you have probably got one of the most challenging environments, but you've really, like, you should be really fucking proud of yourself. Like, really, like, honestly, like, and you really proved me wrong. You really did.
I'm glad I did.
Yeah. So tell the viewers about, like, tell them about yourself and why you joined the program. Yeah.
All right. Well, So I'm 45, nearly 46, and I've probably exercised since I was 9. I started with a very severe eating disorder with anorexia, and then that progressed to bulimia. And I had that well into my late 20s. Throughout that whole time, and even up to, where I am today, I've exercised 6 times a week, heaps and heaps of cardio. So I guess my original mindset joining the program was I really wanted to reduce the amount of times I went to the gym. I just wanted to have that freedom because I'm very motivated. So I think I said that to you before. I gave in. After 34 years, I said I've had enough. So that's pretty good commitment after 34 years, saying I've exercised enough. I would get up at 4. I actually was thinking, it's so embarrassing when I think about it. I had a very close family member pass away. I had 3 kids. One was breastfeeding. I'd get up at 4:30 to do an exercise video. So I'd make it by 5:30 for breastfeeding on the day of the funeral, Kitty. And then I dropped off all my kids. So I got up 6 hours before the funeral so I could exercise. I mean, really, what's that saying about my mindset? I thought about that the other day, and it's really, So I really joined the program because I just wanted to exercise less. And, I thought, enough's enough. So my first, my primary focus was to just release myself from exercising so much. And, for someone who's been training at the gym for so many years, I looked okay, but you could never, I was making no progress. I was tired. I was irritable. I was always sore. And I didn't look like I trained. I wasn't making any strength. My body composition was skinny fat. So I thought, no, enough.
Yes, that is a long time to stick to it. It's very, very good.
And my knees had gone. I've got no cartilage left under my knees. I did that Oxfam walk. Congratulations to any ladies who do that. But oh my gosh, 100 kilometers is not good on your knees. So my knees were just stuffed, and I just thought, no, I need some help. And
what about diet-wise? What had you been doing with talk about the food before this?
Well, obviously very restrictive food. I'd eat nothing and then eat an apple, or then I was severe binging. Severe, just would eat, $100 blowouts on tubs of ice cream and chocolate and throw it all up. And it's very secretive too, Kitty. So I think that's another part of it. It's such a secret, and it's a dirty secret, and it's very lonely. And I think that's just a hard thing for a lot of people who don't have an eating disorder. It's a very lonely disorder to have, and it's a secretive disorder too. So I think that's one part, that's really hard to share. Unlike alcohol and gambling, you have to live with food. Even though it's a mental disorder, you have to learn to love food. So I was eating nothing or anything. But then once I hit past my 20s, in my late 20s, and I thought, no, I gave up the, the binging and the purging. I was very, very, very health focused, what I thought health focused, organic, what I thought was non-processed. So, your salmon, your broccoli, your quinoa, your green smoothies. I was making, lots of seed nut butter bars, and I was fine as long as it hit the realms of what I considered healthy, and I would not stray. As I was saying to you before, I had not eaten a piece of cake or anything like that, and kept it in since I was 9.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And how, because I used to eat all of that food as well, and the binging too, I was a binger, probably not as bad as you. How was it all sleep, digestion, mood, energy, menstrual cycle? How are all those things?
So all those subjectives were terrible, but I thought it was just part of the norm because I was, a pretty stressful kind of person. So my digestion, I was always going to bed looking like I was 9 months pregnant. The pains, the cramps, the flatulence, you didn't... Oh, anyway, I can tell you some embarrassing stories, especially, back at the supermarket. But anyway, so my stomach was always in pain. I hadn't had dairy since, that's another thing, I hadn't had dairy since I was 19. So that was an eye-opener for me. I don't sleep. I didn't sleep. It would take me hours to get to sleep, and I'd wake up 3 times in the night. I was always tired, always angry. Always headachy. So, pretty crap. Not great. But I think I attributed that to, the stresses of, the challenges I've had with the kids. So, and that's why I thought, enough's enough. It's my turn, and it's time to heal, myself.
Well, let's talk about the improvements that you've seen. So let's start with all of the subjective measures. What improvements have you seen there?
Well, my guts, that's the best part. So I wake up, no, my stomach is great. I have no cramps. And, I'm actually, I've really tightened up there too. So I can actually, I don't have any flatulence, well, maybe the norm, but I don't have any pains there. I'm sleeping a lot better. So look, I'm now nearly 21 to 22 weeks. No alcohol. Who's counting?
Yay!
Yay. But I'm sleeping now, so I fall asleep easy. I fall asleep with my meal 6 and my salt. And I'm about 4 nights a week now. I'm sleeping through from about 10 to 5:36, which is fantastic.
Isn't that brilliant?
So it's a work in progress. Yeah.
You must feel, just from that alone, getting more sleep, feel so much better.
I do, because I'm not waking up with severe headaches as well. And that's another thing I'm finding is that during the day I'm pretty hyper, if you can't tell. I do have a little bit of ADHD myself. I'm one of those annoying morning people, not good at night. So I do find that I'm more consistent with my energy. I'm not having those 3-4 o'clock slumps, which is fantastic because sometimes I've had lunch and I'd be like, whoa, I am really exhausted, So I work part-time, so I pretty much work mornings to lunch, and then what I have to for the kids, in the afternoons.
Wow. It's amazing.
So everything's been better, it's all been better. And also I think I've been really enjoying the mindset part. So for me, learning gratitude. So I think that's been you can't change what you've done and what the past has have. And, even though I've been very much looking at what we can do with what we've been given, I don't think I put that on to myself. So I think that's been a great thing, reading the books we've been, suggested to read and practicing that. And even little things now, not having to, chain myself to the gym doing cardio, the free days where I might walk the dog. I think I wrote that really early on in that mindset in our Slack pages. I've got a new appreciation for our stupid dog, this poor dog, I'd be like walking, going, don't sniff the tree. I want to go, because I was so cranky because I'd already trained for 1.5 hours. And of course, no one in my family would walk the dog because heaven forbid, So I'd be resentful to the stupid dog. It's a beautiful thing. So, even getting that appreciation of loving your animals again, it's just little things,
Well, I think it's just when you're sleeping and your hormones are balanced and you don't feel so trapped by food anymore, you actually just can, it's easier to be like that, I think, and just cope with. Do you feel like you can just cope with your, obviously you've got your kids and all their special needs and just life better now?
Yes. And I'm learning to say no to things that aren't important and just making time for myself. And, and I just I mean, I've really thought I thought I was a positive person, but I didn't realize how much, because I motivate others a lot, how much I was internalizing that within myself, and there was a massive anger ball rolling up in myself. So now I'm realizing that, you know, and as I said, you know, we've got so much help here, and I've been working through that with Emma, and she's really helping with that too, and Mel, because, you know, when you're a giver, you often, if people admit it, you've got a lot of anger inside, because you know, it doesn't always get reciprocated, and you know, it's draining. So,
totally. I think too, if you don't, you've got to fill up your own cup first, so that then you can give to others. And if you don't do that, you just end up resentful and tired and angry. So you can probably see now, like, by actually giving to, it's actually, I think, selfless to be selfish.
Yes,
in a way.
That's
really
hard. That's a hard lesson to learn, and I think you know, not, you know, anyone else. I know you could say you're a mother to a fur baby, or you got Craig. I didn't say that.
Yeah, he's a bit of a baby.
Any mother, any, you know, it's tough, you know, and it's, you know, it's all about balancing your time, and you know, the last person you look at is always yourself. You know, you do feel guilt when you focus on yourself first, but you've got to do that, otherwise you're no good to anyone.
Oh, totally. I would agree with that. Even though I don't have kids, I'm quite a selfish person. But you have to be, because if you don't sleep, if you don't feed yourself, if you don't invest some time in you, then you can't give to anyone else. And you just get angry. You just get angry at people. And no one wants to be angry, I don't think. And okay, let's talk about the body composition changes, because you didn't come in, you know, we have lots of different women come in. Some have got a lot of weight to lose. You were one of the, you were like me, like a skinny fat person.
I still didn't like going in bikinis. So I originally came in, I'm quite tall, so I'm, you know, I'm around that 170 mark. I think I came in around that 60 kilo mark. I'm now down to, I think, is it 57.3. So I've lost over 2.5 kilos. But my body composition, I've lost more than 25 centimeters, and there wasn't much to go. So I really just wanted to get some strength, you know. I really wanted to improve that body composition and lean up in the, you know, most of us skinny fat girls, it's in the guts. I think, you know, that's what we called it. You know, I think my tits went down into my stomach, they've disappeared. So I think that's where the fat went.
That's so funny.
Oh, anyway, but I've learned to love that. I don't care anymore. So
just build that ass, build the booty, you know, build squats and deadlifts, and you know, like you're eating 2,100 calories a day, and you're not, you know, because you're so consistent, and you're going to increase that again soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask to be increased, because, you know, I think, you know, with my,
you got to build.
Because I'm a lightweight, and I'm long, you know, there are some of the things that I struggle with the lifting, and I think I need to eat some more. And, you know, that's a real, you know, it's a real liberating feeling to say that, look, I need to eat more to actually get more definition. Therefore, I actually have a better shape. And just, I think, who cares what the numbers are, you know, with kilos.
Oh, exactly.
Best version, you know.
Yeah, and so you can't build. You can't build without food.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But you've been amazingly consistent, and that is the key, I think, is, of course, with anything, is just chipping away slowly over time and showing up. And you've been really good. You've, you know, loaded all your videos, and you've done all your meal plans, and you amaze me actually at, like, I think, oh, fuck, how does she have time to make, because when you come into our program, you do your own meal plan. You can make it as simple or as complex as you like. Like, I keep mine pretty simple because I just can't be fucked. But I think, oh, fuck, you got 3 kids, and I see all these amazing, like, recipes and shit that you make, and I'm like, wow. You know, like,
I can't eat just chicken rubber anymore. I can't do it. There's so many chicken breasts. You're
like,
you glug it down with something to clump
I think you've done some really cool recipes. Like, I've seen you post some great stuff.
There's been some failures, so you know. But no, I really, you know, as I said, you know, when you come into it, you know, it's going to be overwhelming for some women with the food prepping, but it doesn't take much time. And you know, a simple trick, I think we might have talked about, is doing extra dinners. So it's great to food prep on the weekends for some of your big things, but make an extra 6 or 7 dinners, you know, or make it 2 or 3. You put one in the freezer, you might have that.
Totally.
And that doesn't take much time at all. You just make an extra couple of plates. So it doesn't take time. You know? Yeah, you just got to I think you got to say to yourself, how can I? And what are some little things that I can do to make it easy for myself, like you? And you've got 3 special needs kids. So I'm like, And they're fussy eaters too, Kitty. I won't even go there. So we've got a lot of textural. So they eat what they eat. There have been some failures from our recipe books that I think I nearly broke my alcohol drought. I sat there going, oh, that was early on. I think I was within the first few weeks. I made that mushroom and chicken risotto.
Oh, I love that. Was it not good? Did it fail?
They don't eat food, you know. They don't eat food, so, you know.
They're like, not this.
Some of it ended up on the wall.
Oh, well, you don't know if you don't try. That's what I was thinking. I try recipes, think, oh, fuck, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, you know, you just get one step closer and you refine it. So, no, that's awesome. And so, Sonia, when women are joining the program, they have a few reservations, and I'm sure you were the same when you first came in. Yes. So, number one, I think you can really give some great advice here. I don't have time. Now, you would probably be one of the busiest women in our program, working, 3 special needs kids. What would you say to that?
It'll sacrifice a bit of time to give you so much more time. You know, when you first join up, you know, I think you'll be, you know, it is a lot to take in for the first couple of weeks. Once you get past that stage of, you know, the IT, a bit of the food planning, you will be opening up the door to so much more freedom. As I say, I do maybe 1 hour food prepping on the weekends. You know, it doesn't take much time. You know, on the weekend, if you can't look at all the videos, and you've got so much support here, if you can't do it each night, you know, spare 5 minutes on a Saturday morning, or do it one weeknight. You know, I allocate, sometimes if I want to do a lot of reading, I might say, look, I'm going to do it Tuesday night or something, and just read something. So you have got the time. You just have to work out where your window is, you know, because it'll give you so much more freedom, and it'll save you so much more money with food as well. Once you're not throwing away, you know.
Oh, fuck. I used to buy all this dumb shit, like veggies that'd just go off, all these like quinoa and all this funny. Now we buy
protein powders.
Oh, fuck.
You know,
protein powders.
So expensive.
Now I just buy all my stuff and it's eaten. All of it's gone by the end of the week. Yeah. You know, like you're right. You do actually save money because you don't waste money. The second one is women are worried about doing it online, you know, because obviously we completely teach you how to lift. You don't need a PT. You know, all the nutrition coaching, there's just so much. Like, how have you found the support, the structure, the coaching?
Well, I always laugh because, you know, I can see Lexi. Let's just say if I can do it, anyone can. I have come from I've been out of that IT for about 10 years. So if I can do it, anyone can. The support is, I mean, as I said, I joined originally because I wanted to improve my strength and reduce my days at the gym. But the support, it is so easy. If you need help with IT, you've got a tech person. when you upload your videos, you've got someone, you know, taking pictures of it, responding to you, giving you a demonstration. You know, it's so easy. If you're feeling overwhelmed and you just want to have a cry to someone, you've got someone to talk to. You know, if you're going, I don't know how to make this food, you got another person to talk to. You know, if you just actually want a face-to-face, like what we're doing now, you can book a call. It's so easy, you know. And I was very inexperienced, and, you know, I did have a headache the first week, but I got over it. I went, you know, this is part of learning as well. How fantastic, you know. I always have said to my husband, you show me once, I'll be able to pick it up, but I need to be shown once, you know.
You really have done amazing. You really have. And finally, money. So do you feel like it's been worth the investment?
Yes. Well, look, to be truthful, I have been watching you for quite a while. I think I started with your, your 28-day challenge. So I've been watching you, I think, nearly a year. And I had a figure that it might have cost a bit of money because, you know, money wasn't discussed on those pages. But it's been the best thing I've ever done. I think I texted you the night before joining from Buff to War. At my program, I said, look, you know, things are tight. And you said, look, you've got to, you know, invest for yourself. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. And it's just been the best thing because, you know, what you can get from a PT, you know, you'd also have to pay for a nutrition coach. You'd also have to pay for a psychologist. And also, the best thing for me, especially also because I have alienating with the parents with special needs, is being able to have this wonderful group of people, surrounding yourself with like-minded women. It's just been the most comforting, from different weight backgrounds, different ages, different cultural backgrounds, people who F-bomb all the time, people who don't F-bomb all the time. No one cares. Everyone is there genuinely wanting the best for each other. We're competitive within ourselves, but also we really applaud everyone else. And it's something special, Kitty. I've been around a lot of gyms, a lot of women, and I've not seen that before. It's always been a little bit bitchy, and it's really comforting, So I don't know how you can put a price on that. It's been the best thing for me.
Yeah, and I believe too, it's just the best community. There's so many incredible women, I think, and everyone's so invested in seeing each other succeed, and give you a bit of the kick up the ass when you need it, but support. It's like love and support you, but push you at the same time, so that you don't sit in your shitty excuses, so that you can live your best life, like you say, because it's hard. It's sometimes really, it's hard to take ownership, I think, and complete responsibility, and focus on the good things and say, what can I do, instead of getting so stuck in the net. Like you say, like you could have two choices in your life. You could sit there and go, well, fuck, I've got these special needs kids, my life is crap. Or you could say, I've got these beautiful kids and my life is challenging, but which you have, you really...
Yeah. And you've got to be present in the moment, because that's another thing. I was drinking, I was drinking. I think, I got home from school, I'd drink 2 glasses of wine, and I'd shut myself off, because I was like, my God, I want to be present in the moment, I want to be present in those little moments, because, it's important, otherwise, life's going to pass you by, and you're going to go, what if? And you don't want to be what if. It's going to be, this is what my life's going to be about. So, no, it's been really, it's been a fantastic, from everything. So I don't think you can put money on that. So thank you. I'll get emotional now.
It gives me because I've done 3 of these today, and but Shelley said the same thing as you. She's a mum, and she said, you've got to invest in yourself, and put yourself as equal to all the other things in your life. And I was sitting there, I was thinking, just so many amazing women in this program. It's really, just getting up every day and putting the 1% in and living their best life and overcoming their struggles. And, it's a really amazing group. It's amazing because of so many people, the coaches, the women, Craig and I, the sausage, as we call him. Poor fucking Craig. He's like, Kitty, he's like, now everyone calls me sausage. He's like, fucking jeez.
I stopped. I nearly was going to say sausage. I thought, better not say sausage. People go, what?
Oh, do it. It's funny. I reckon it's funny.
It might be good if I met him face to face first,
Sonia, finally, if a woman was sitting on the fence, and probably you did.
Your time. I think I'd be a year ahead where I am now. Although we all run our own journey, but it's just if you're already thinking I want to join, but then you really should do it. If you're already at that stage where you're on the fence, it's just do it. Seriously. I mean, there's no bullshit. What you see, there's no tricks. There's no, I think you sort of go, ooh, but there isn't, it is the best investment you could do, and just don't waste your time, because, you'll be like me and you'll go, oh, I'm going to do it anyway now. And, how many months have passed and you could have been where you wanted to be now. So, do it.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking time out, and I think you're going to go to the gym after this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Better let you go. I'm going to try bloody deadlifts, Kitty. Oh, God, that bloody ass of mine. I can't get it down. I'm like a giraffe, because I've got no middle. I'm like long.
Long arms are good, though, for deadlifting.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Bad for benching, though. You're probably not a great bencher like me, but that's all right. Deadlift's where it's at anyway. Deadlift's the best lift. But if you're a woman and you're watching this and, you're thinking about joining, just click on the link below. You can book in a completely free consult with our coaches. There is no obligation to join. We just want to talk to you and, see if we can actually help you. And even if you don't join, you'll walk away with some good tips that you can implement from the coaches. So thanks again, Sonia. And I will chat to you in the program.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.